Good morning. We are going to talk about the Holy Week. This is an important tradition that Ecuadorian people like to share with friends and family. This tradition has a lot of significance, uh, importance for Catholic people, especially because this is a moment that you can share with God, Jesus, and Holy Mary. Also, in this tradition, you can find a lot of activities that you can do in this week. For example, watch parades and go to the church, or maybe do some typical dishes with your family and friends. First, we are going to talk about the processions, and my friend Alan is going to say that.
Okay. In the processions are important manifestation of faith and devotion for the Catholic community country. The most prominent processions usually take places in cities with strong Catholic traditions, such as Quito, Cuenca, and Guayaquil. And during the Holy Week, the streets are filled with the faithful who participate in processions, carrying religious pictures, crossing carpets of flowers, and attending liturgical events in churches. Then, uh, one of the most representative moments in Good Friday, where the crucifixion, of Jesus is commemorated. On this day, processions are held in which the way of the cross is represented, following the steps of Christ towards Calvary. Many people participate in these processions, dressed in, dressed in purple or black tunics and hoods, depending on local traditions. Then, my friend Fernando talk about the cucuruchos.
Okay, cucurucho is a term that is commonly associated with the Holy Week celebrations. It refers to the people who participate in the processions during the Holy Week, carrying float and statues of religious figures throughout the streets. Uh, this term is also used to refer to the traditional clothing that is worn by these participants, which typically includes a long purple robe and a conical hat. The role of cucuruchos in Holy Week is an important one, as they play a key part in the processions and help to create a solemn and rural atmosphere. Many cucuruchos take part of these processions as a form of religious devotion, and the role is often passed down through families from generation to generation. Overall, the cucuruchos are a prominent and important part of the Holy Week celebrations, and their role helps to make these events truly unique and meaningful. And now my partner Gabriel Quintanilla is going to talk about the animero.
Okay, the animero, as the name said, animero is like the central character of this festivity. The animero is a person who wake up to and goes to the church at midnight. So she asked for permission to the parish to can go to the cemetery, and then he rise like the souls until the 3 a.m. This is a kind of mm, scary because he goes to the cemetery and he run like in the four corners, and he sing like wake up sleeping souls from this deep sleep, to pray three Our Fathers and three Holy Marys for the blessed souls of the Holy Purgatory, for the love of God. And he continues singing in the four corners until at 1 a.m. and he like go to the village and goes like for the street in the street, continues singing the same song. It's important to know that the animero is dressed with white albs, because these represent like the purified in their souls. And also he carries a skull in his left hand, two and, and also a cord that symbolize sacrifice. The animero goes in the street, and the skull rests on the table on a white sheet because he's very like scared. A lot of people goes for taking pictures of it. So to continue with our presentation, my friend Ashley is going to talk about Fanesca.
Fanesca is one of the most famous typical dish that you can find in Ecuador. This is especially eaten in the Easter season, the Holy Week. This is a flavor soup that combines a variety of ingredients like beans and fish and other ingredients. Also, this dish represents the heritage, the diverse cultural heritage of Ecuador. Fanesca, it's typically prepared to enjoy with family, friends, or as a part of Easter celebrations. This dish incorporates a wide array of ingredients, including grains, beans, vegetables, and fish. This is a unique combination of flavors and texture because when you try this soup, you can find it similar like the texture is similar to mashed potatoes. Also, the key ingredient in Fanesca is bacalao. Bacalao is a salted good fish, which is soaked in water prior to cooking to remove the salt. Another ingredients that you can find in this dish is that pumpkin, corn, beans, peas, also rice, and maybe like something like quinoa and berries or something like that. This soup has a consistency of creamy because they have milk or cream that that the person that are cooking this add this for this consistency. Also, Fanesca in Ecuador, Fanesca is not just a soup; it's a tradition that every generation has to pass for the fathers to kids and to grandkids and everything. Because this is a symbol of unity and community. Because when you prepare this, you can share these moments and also the cooking with your friends, but especially with your family. Um, this dish is often accompanied or maybe served with empanadas, as popular Ecuadorian as we can see empanadas right there. This maybe some people add avocado, eggs, and some people add cheese or meat. Um, okay, Panesca, as I said, is a cultural heritage that every family has to be involved when you are cooking it. And also maybe some people they are doing the empanadas and other people are doing the soup, and this is a moment that you can share with every family. Final but not least, my classmate Willie are going to talk about the church that you can visit in this Holy Week.
Okay, I'm going to talk about the seven church. During the Holy Week, there is a very popular tradition that consists making a tour of seven churches on the night of the Holy Thursday and the Good Friday. Uh, it could be said that these visits symbolize the intention of accompanying to the Jesus of the road. He traveled from the night of his capture to his crucifixion. The first church commemorates the Jesus journey from the cemetery, where he celebrated the Last Supper with his disciples. The second church meditates on the passage from the garden of the Gethsemane to the house of the Annas. In the third station, the prayer focuses on Jesus' journey to the houses Capillas, and where he was spit upon, insulted, and suffered throughout the night. The fourth church, the center of the reflection for the fourth temple is the first appearance to Jesus before Pilate, the Roman government. The Christ was accused by the Jews who raised the false testimonies against his. In this fifth stop, the Lord is accompanied in his appearance before the king Herod, who together with his words also relieved it. The sixth station, at the sixth station, we meditate on the second appearance before the Pontius Pilates, and then Jesus was crowned with thorns and commended to death. And in the last church, we remember the Christ journey from the Pilate houses on the Mount Calvary, carrying the cross in his back. His death, the passage to the tomb, from he will rise again on the third day. And thank you.
To conclude our video, we have learned that the Holy Week is an important tradition that Ecuadorians usually celebrate, and the most of Catholic people that do the activities that we have seen today. Thanks.